Let's be direct. HIV is not a relic of the past, it's a reality of our present. This virus, a microscopic invader, has shaped public health science-human relationships. We've made tremendous, truly remarkable strides in fighting it, but the battle is far from over. Understanding HIV is not just about a medical term, it's about empowering yourself and your community. It's about separating fact from fear. Today, October 2025, clear, accurate information is as critical as ever. This isn't a history lesson. It's a guide for your health, right here, right now. Why does it still matter? Because every new infection is preventable. Everyone living with HIV deserves a long, healthy life, free from stigma. Science has given us powerful tools. We have effective treatments that can make the virus undetectable and therefore untransmittable. We have preventative measures that offer strong protection. But these tools only work if people know about them, have access to them, and feel comfortable using them. So we must keep talking plainly and openly. The story of HIV holds immense sorrow and incredible scientific triumph. Communities rose up demanding action. Researchers worked tirelessly to change outcomes. The virus itself doesn't care about our narratives. It seeks to replicate. It targets the immune system. When it's compromised, the body is vulnerable to other illnesses. Thinking about HIV can be intimidating, but knowledge is your first line of defense. It clears misinformation and lights a path to safety. Let's walk that path together. This is HIV Explained, fast and clear. No jargon, just essential facts. We'll cover what the virus is, where it came from, how it affects the body, and the simple concrete steps to protect yourself and others. This info is for everyone, regardless of age, gender, background. HIV does not discriminate. Our response must be universal. Your health is your most valuable asset. Protecting it starts with understanding risks and solutions. To understand where we are now, it helps to know where we've been. Let's go back to the early 1980s. A frightening and mysterious illness began to appear in young, otherwise healthy individuals, primarily in cities like New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Physicians were baffled by clusters of rare cancers and pneumonias, illnesses a healthy immune system would normally fight off with ease. This was not a single disease but a syndrome, a collection of symptoms indicating a profound weakness in the body's defenses. The world faced a new and terrifying public health crisis without a name or known cause. The initial years were filled with uncertainty, and tragically, fear and stigma. It was a period of intense scientific investigation. Researchers around the globe worked urgently to identify the culprit. In 1983, a breakthrough came. Scientists, including those at the Pasteur Institute in France and the National Institutes of Health in the United States, independently isolated the virus responsible. It was eventually named the human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. This discovery was the critical first step. It allowed us to develop a blood test to see who was infected and to begin to understand exactly how the virus was spreading from person to person. Once we knew the cause, the next monumental challenge was finding a treatment. The early days were grim, and HIV diagnosis was effectively a death sentence. But the scientific community, galvanized by the urgency of the crisis and the powerful advocacy of patient groups, did not give up. The first antiretroviral drug, AZT, was approved in 1987. It was a start, but it was not enough. The real turning point came in the mid-1990s with the development of HAART. This combination of drugs, a cocktail of different medications, could suppress the virus in the body with incredible effectiveness. That breakthrough changed everything. For the first time, we could tell patients HIV was not an immediate death sentence, but a manageable chronic condition. People began to live longer, healthier lives. Over the past 2 decades, treatments have become even better, more effective, easier to take with fewer side effects, and available in single-pill formulations. The journey from a mysterious killer to a treatable virus is one of the greatest success stories in modern medicine. It's a testament to the power of science, public health initiatives, and relentless human determination in the face of an unprecedented challenge. Understanding how HIV is transmitted is fundamental to preventing its spread. The virus is not everywhere. It is found in specific body fluids: blood, semen, preseminal fluid, rectal fluids, vaginal fluids, breast milk. For transmission to occur, one of these fluids must get into another person's bloodstream. This can happen through a mucous membrane in the rectum, vagina, penis, mouth, through open cuts or sores, or by direct injection. This is a very specific process, which is why casual contact isn't a risk. Let's be clear about the common ways HIV spreads. Sexual contact without a condom. Tiny, Often invisible tears in mucous membranes allow the virus to pass. Sharing needles, sharing syringes, other drug injection equipment, direct injection of contaminated blood into the bloodstream, mother to child, during pregnancy, mother to child, during childbirth, mother to child, during breastfeeding. It is critically important to know how HIV does not spread. Not from the air, not from water, not from insects like mosquitoes, not from saliva, not from sweat, not from tears. Unless blood is present, you are perfectly safe sharing a meal, hugging, shaking hands, using a public toilet. Safe, everyday contacts. You cannot get HIV from donating blood. The fear and stigma that have surrounded this virus for so long were often fueled by misinformation about transmission. Dispelling these myths is a crucial part of our public health mission. Kindness and compassion are safe. Ignorance is not. The science on this is settled and has been for a very long time. The risk of transmission through other means, like a blood transfusion, has been virtually eliminated in countries like the United States, where the blood supply is rigorously screened. Key takeaway: HIV transmission is not random. It happens through specific, identifiable activities. This is actually good news, because it means that the transmission of HIV is almost always preventable. By understanding the real risks and avoiding them, you can take complete control of your health and safety. When HIV enters the body, it has a very specific mission: to find and take over the leaders of your immune system. Its primary target is a particular type of white blood cell called the CD4 T cell. You can think of these CD4 cells as the generals of your immune army. They are responsible for identifying threats like bacteria and other viruses, and coordinating the body's defensive response to eliminate them. They are essential for keeping you healthy and safe from a wide range of common infections. HIV is insidious because it doesn't just attack any cell, it attacks the very cells meant to protect you from such invaders. Once inside a CD4 cell, the virus uses the cell's own machinery to make countless copies of itself. This process ultimately destroys the host CD4 cell. The newly created viruses are then released into the bloodstream, where they go on to find and infect more CD4 cells. This creates a destructive cycle. As HIV replicates, the number of CD4 cells in the body steadily declines. As the generals of the immune army are killed off, the body's ability to defend itself becomes progressively weaker. This is why a person's CD4 count is a key indicator of how healthy their immune system is, and how advanced their HIV infection has become. As the immune system weakens, the body becomes susceptible to what are known as opportunistic infections. These are illnesses caused by germs that a healthy immune system would normally have no trouble controlling. These can include severe forms of pneumonia, certain cancers like Kaposi's sarcoma, fungal infections in the throat or lungs, and brain infections. The impact is not limited to one area. A weakened immune system affects the entire body. People may experience problems with their skin, their digestive system, their nervous system, and their major organs. Without medical intervention, the damage becomes increasingly severe. This is why treatment is so critical. Antiretroviral therapy, or ART, works by interrupting the virus's life cycle at various stages. Some drugs block HIV from entering the CD4 cells, while others prevent it from making copies of itself. By disrupting this process, ART stops the destruction of the immune system. It allows the number of CD4 cells to rebound and the immune system to recover its strength. This not only prevents opportunistic infections but also dramatically improves a person's overall health and longevity, allowing the body to defend itself as it was designed to do. The progression of HIV infection, if left untreated, typically follows 3 distinct stages. The first is the acute stage, which begins about 2 to 4 weeks after the initial infection. During this time, the virus is multiplying rapidly. Many people, though not all, will experience symptoms that feel very much like a bad case of the flu. These can include fever, chills, a rash, night sweats, muscle aches, a sore throat, fatigue, swollen lymph nodes. Because these symptoms are so common and can be mistaken for other viral illnesses, many people do not realize they have been infected with HIV at this point. This stage is when a person is most infectious. After the acute stage, the infection moves into the second phase, known as clinical latency. This is sometimes called the asymptomatic stage or chronic HIV infection. During this period, the virus is still active but reproduces at much lower levels. People in this stage may not have any symptoms at all and can feel perfectly healthy. Without treatment, this stage can last for an average of 10 years, but it can be shorter or longer for different individuals. It is a silent battle, where the virus is continuously chipping away at the immune system, even if the person feels fine on the outside. This is a critical time when testing is essential. If a person in the clinical latency stage takes their HIV medicine every day, they can remain in this stage for several decades. Modern antiretroviral therapy is so effective that it can keep the amount of virus in the blood, the viral load, at very low, or undetectable levels. When the virus is undetectable, it cannot damage the immune system, and importantly, it cannot be transmitted to a sexual partner. This scientific fact, known as undetectable equals untransmittable or U equals U, is one of the most significant advances in the fight against HIV. It has transformed what it means to live with the virus. The third and final stage of HIV infection is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, or AIDS. This is the most severe phase. A person is diagnosed with AIDS when their immune system is very badly damaged, specifically when their CD4 cell count drops below 200 cells per cubic millimeter blood, and a healthy count is between 500 and 1,500. A person can also be diagnosed with AIDS if they develop one or more serious opportunistic infections, regardless of their CD4 count. At this stage, the body has little ability to fight off disease, and people can become very sick. Thankfully, with today's treatments, far fewer people progress to AIDS. We have covered a lot of ground, but the most important message is one of empowerment. You have the power to protect yourself, and the science has provided us with a toolbox full of effective strategies. Prevention is not complicated. First and foremost, using condoms consistently and correctly during sex provides a highly effective barrier against HIV. For those at higher risk of exposure, there is pre-exposure prophylaxis, or PrEP. This is a daily pill that can reduce the risk of getting HIV from sex by about 99%. It is a game changer for prevention, and I encourage you to talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you. Knowledge of your own HIV status and that of your partner's is another cornerstone of prevention. Regular testing is a normal, responsible part of taking care of your health, just like checking your blood pressure. It's simple, it's fast, and it's confidential. Another absolute rule is to never share needles, or any equipment used for injecting drugs. If you use injection drugs, always use new, sterile needles and syringes. Many communities have syringe services programs that can provide you with sterile equipment and connect you to other health services. For those who are living with HIV, the message is one of hope and health. Treatment works. Antiretroviral therapy, or ART, not only preserves your health, allows you to live a long, full life, but it also prevents you from passing the virus to others. The goal of treatment is to achieve and maintain an undetectable viral load. Remember, U equals U. Undetectable equals untransmittable. This is not just a slogan, it is a scientific certainty that liberates people from fear and helps to dismantle stigma. If you test positive, starting treatment as soon as possible is the best thing you can do for your health and the health of your partners. So, let's end with a clear and simple call to action. Your health is in your hands. Do not be afraid to talk about HIV with your doctor, your friends, and your partners. Knowledge is strength, and silence allows the virus to spread. The tools to end the HIV epidemic are here, right now, in our hands. We have the tests, the prevention methods, and the treatments. What we need now is the collective will to use them. I urge you to take that next step today. Get tested. Learn about PrEP. Support those living with HIV. Together we can protect our communities and look forward to a future free from new HIV infections.